If you're a parent that's suffering anxiety about when to send your child to kindergarten, you should rest assured that it is simply the most important single decision you will ever make in your entire life. Kidding.
Gotcha.
But the kindergarten conundrum is something that a lot of parents worry a good deal about, and it is something that's worth some thoughtful consideration.
And this thoughtful episode is brought to you in collaboration with the folks over at Man of the House. There's some good thinking going on over there. You should go check it out.
Now, to get an expert opinion on this issue of kindergarten readiness, we spoke to the master teachers at the Priscilla Pond Flawn Child and Family Laboratory School at the University of Texas.
When to send your child to kindergarten is one of the biggest questions that we get asked as teachers.
We say talk to your child's preschool teacher, talk to your child's caregiver. They'll have an insight about where your child is.
What I would say is ask them to find out from whoever their caregiver is for that 4-year-old, what's an objective picture of this child? What are they like when something out of the routine happens? How do they handle that? Does that work for them? Does it work for them with a little bit of help?
Schools are radically different, and even within the same district, schools can be radically different. You can have one school that has a kindergarten that's still very developmentally appropriate, is very hands-on, where kids get to get up and move around and be in centers. In the same district, you can have a school that's very academic and very rigid, where the young children are expected to sit in their seats all day long and to do paperwork.
It's generally a longer day than most children have had before. Even if they're in full day care, when they go into elementary school setting, it's a different kind of thing. So children are going to be tired and tired for a long time.
So you want to go to the school. You want to observe, get into the school, observe and see what's going on. Not just listen to the neighborhood talk, but actually go and see with your own eyes.
Frequently what happens is, you'll hear the buzz around the neighborhood, this is a good school. And that's a great thing. But what does good mean for you? Is your definition of good the same as my definition?
One of the things that often happens when parents are trying to decide if their child is ready for kindergarten is they just think about the academics. But we like to think about kids developing in more domains than that, or more areas. You also want to look at how are they socially, emotionally. Do they separate? Do they have trouble separating? Do they have trouble making friends? Their language, are they able to express themselves and say what they need? Also, you want to look at their motor skills. Or another big fallacy out there is the whole idea that if you're born in the summer and you're a boy, you're not going to be ready for school. And so that's where a lot of the parents who have boys that are born in the summer really panic. Again, it really depends on the school that you're going to. And then, just like we were saying, your particular child. Do you as a parent want your child graduating from high school at 17 and going off into the world, whether it be college or work, or do you want them to go off at 18?
I know that sometimes things like football matter. So if that's a goal for your child up the road, you're going to be making a different decision than somebody for whom that's not a decision. And if it's not football, sometimes it's when are you going to be driving first, all of those pieces. So you kind of need to look ahead.
So, Daddy Brad, you a sender or a holder backer?
I am a sender, and I wish you could have sent them earlier. Get them on out there. They're ready.
Well, we definitely sent our kids. We evaluated each one of them kind of on the basis that the experts were talking about. But we also had two considerations that they didn't really discuss. One is that in many years of working in schools, my wife and I tended to notice that anecdotally, the kids that got into trouble were the older kids in the class. So we weren't really interested in our son being one of those. And also, to be perfectly honest, we were considering a whole year's worth of cost of childcare. That's a large chunk of money, maybe $10,000, and that can be used to really endow and start a college fund.
So you essentially made the decision hoping that your kid won't booze it up in 12 years and save you a chunk of money. That's awesome.
Well, like I said, I'm confessing it that I had practical concerns. We want to know what kind of concerns went into your decision. Leave us a comment on this video. Join the conversation at Man of the House or at dadlabs.com. And if you do, you're certain to hear back from us.
We'd like to thank our partners over at Man of the House that they're not holding anything back out there. They're putting it all out there for the dad. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching this video. It's okay to hold your kids back, and it's okay to hold yourself back. I held myself back a couple of years in college.
Or to send them.
Or to hold them back.
Sending them is probably a good idea.
Hold them back.